Greetings, YouTube. Over the past year or so, I think, I've put together some dice, and so I thought I'd come around and we'd take a look and see what we got here. So we're going to start with these first. Here we just got some classic chrome D6s. These things are just beautiful. Sadly, I only have the two. It would be nice, if I had like 3 of them. For like a system that using like GURPS or even using the bell curve version of the D20 system. But I've only got the 2, but I picked them up at a yard sale, I think for $1. This one's still got a sticker on it, which says "Made in China." What a real shock! But they're nice little dice, and they came with a little book in here talking about dice games. So that's kind of cool. And they came in a nice little velvet pouch. So I kind of like those. Next up, we've got these, which are actually from the holiday season of 2019, and I picked these up at Walmart, and it was $7, I think, for a set of 3 dice. So that's not too bad for a price. And each set's a different color, but they're the fairly standard 7-piece set. And again, 3 sets for $7, not a bad price. But in the holiday season of 2020, I was able to pick up some from the dollar store, specifically Dollar Tree, where you would get a 7-piece set that was $1. So that was even more reasonable. The colors weren't quite as nice. They didn't have purple, for example, the one when I was there, because someone had stolen one of them and I didn't want to incomplete set, but they did have 5 total colors, at least initially, and I picked up the other 4 that they did have, which you probably might have seen that in another video I've already done. But for 3 sets of dice, which come in each with their own little bag, that's not a bad price. So 3 sets, 3 bags, pretty darn cool, and good as gifts and good as beginning gamers. And these are all going to be coming out of dice. I'll probably keep the chrome ones in their own bag, but the other ones I'm probably gonna separate out because I don't need to keep them. And I picked these up at an estate. No, this was a yard sale. I think it might have been a yard sale, maybe even or possibly an estate, a yard flea market. Back when I was going to flea markets, back before the white nationalists took them over. And if you need some D6s, ma'am, here you go. They're on the smaller side. They're not the classic, Yahtzee-sized dice, but they are still quite nice. They have a nice color palette. I like the different color options that are here, and I particularly like the purples. Purple is my favorite color, so I always like having purple dice around. But yes, having a whole bunch of D6s, especially if you're using a game that has a D6 dice pool, this is a really key thing. Or you're playing classic D&D when you're rolling fireballs, having a whole lot of D6s is always of great import. Next up, we have these, which are also D6s, but they are of a larger size. There we go. And I picked these up. Whoop! Sorry about that. I picked these up at a flea market, and we have some poker dice, which I really don't have much use for. I have never really used poker dice, but I know that there are people who really like poker dice, so there you go. I also have some of these, and I think these might have come from some kind of a game. I'm not sure what game at all. I have no idea what game this might have come from. It's a piece of clothing. It's a piece of clothing. It's a pair of underwear. So yes, I'm not 100% sure what these came from, but there are 5 of them, whatever they were. I don't know. Anybody out there tell me what these things are? That would be really cool, because I don't have any idea. In case you need a die with a fork on it. Or with an angry crab. An igloo. That's unusual. This I know is from some kind of a game, though I don't know what game it's from. I do like the very bright colors, and then the fact that one face is purple is kind of cool. I don't know how applicable this would be to general role players. unless you have something color-coded in your system, then that is going to be useful to you. We have a set of some sets of really standard size dice here. These are like the classic Yahtzee style scale dice. We have some blacks and some reds, which are quite nice. They have a nice feel to them, and they have a nice weight. And then we have some more of the smaller scale, and these are brown. I have no idea why this person had so many kind of, well, milk chocolate will be generous. Milk chocolate covered dice here. Got no idea. And then lastly, we've got these. And these I picked up at Savers for $2. And these are proprietary dice that I'm not 100% sure what they're from. I gotta be honest, I do not know are they from Star Wars? Are these Star Wars dice? They're maybe Star Wars dice. I'm not positive, but I've got 2 bags of these. And I don't have a clue. They may be Star Wars dice. And then we have a third bag, which I conveniently already opened, which is 6 dice. It does not have a double percentile for the D10s. That one's missing. But the other ones are present, and they are a nice color. I happen to like this color. And again, $2 for this lot of dice. Even though I'm not going to have really any use for the Star Wars dice, they are here in case I ever want to use them for something. I may keep those into a separate bag and then find someone that maybe wants those because I don't have any use for them. But I do just love me some dice. I was at a store recently and they had the Poundo dice, and I fought the urge to buy it. $35 for a pound of dice, and I'm like, I really don't need another pound of dice. Really, I don't. My wife's like, you're correct. You don't need another pound of dice. Oh, here is one of the other colors that I got from that Walmart sale. Oops. Right there, and then the last one. I am taking these out of the bags because I'll keep the bags. I'll find some use for the bags. And we have a nice green. That is a nice green. It's kind of cool color-colored green. So I'll keep the bags for future use. Actually, I may put the chrome ones in that one and use the bigger bag for something else. All right, that's a good idea. Alrighty, so I hope you have enjoyed just perusing some dice, because I know gamers love dice, and I am amongst you. And I have way too many dice. I have hundreds and hundreds of dice. I just love them, and I have a hard time saying no when I find them, and I should. Really, I should. So, thank you for being here. I hope you have enjoyed looking at some dice, because I know I enjoy finding them and putting them into my collection.